First touchdown, right?
Yes, sir.
How was that? I mean, can't get a better environment than that to have your first touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, most definitely. I mean, it's the kind of stuff you kind of dream of as a kid, right? You know, watching college football, Death Valley, it was amazing, and to be able to do it. Unfortunate with the outcome, but you know, to get that first one, it was awesome.
Did you feel like obviously the offense was clicking in the first half, something to build on going forward?
Definitely. I think we executed very well in the first half, and it shows that we could play, and we belong in the Big Ten, and we could play with those guys and go toe-to-toe with the best.
What is the process of building on that? How do you guys kind of take that, bottle it up, and go forward with it?
I think you just go back, watch the film. It's never as good. It's never as bad as you think. Starts on the practice field, and got to make those adjustments, and hopefully come out next week with another opportunity and get the win.
Ethan and some of the players have obviously been talking about the verbiage and just this getting used to this new offense. As a tight end, how does that impact you?
Yeah, I mean, as Coach EB says, you got to listen to the words that speak to you, and I think that just goes for every position on the field. You know, it's a lot different. We're not signaling. Everything's huddled, so you got to really be keyed into the moment, keyed into the huddle, and really listening to what Garbers is saying. And yeah, you just got to listen to the words that speak to you.
How much upside is there left with this offense as far as, how much better do you feel like you guys can be if you're clicking on all cylinders?
No, I think a ton. Like I said, we showed that we can play, especially in that first half, and I think there's a ton of room for growth, and we know what we're capable of, and I know that we can get to that level. I think everybody in that building knows that we could be something special, so I think it's something to look forward to, and it's going to be exciting these next couple of weeks.
You guys have a view of kind of the whole offense as a tight end. What do you think are the next key steps for the running game?
Yeah, I mean, for the run game, it all starts in the trenches, right? And we're a part of that as well. I think just communication and getting on the same page with everyone. Yeah, I mean, I think at times we don't need to overcomplicate it, especially from our position, speaking for myself, and just making those adjustments that we see on the film and going out there on the practice field and executing them. And like I said, I think we have a lot left in the tank for this offense, especially in the run game. I think we can tap into those potentials and be great.
Does it overcomplicate trying to do too much or thinking too much?
Yeah, and I'll speak for myself here. Thinking too much is definitely something that comes with the game, but just allowing yourself to play free and, be in the moment, like I had mentioned earlier, and really keyed into what you're doing. And again, going back on his question earlier with listening to what words are doing to you and staying within yourself and being able to execute when you're needed and when that play is called.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit more? Like, listen to what words speak to you? Is that just mean like literally keying in on keywords in this?
Yeah, I just think, when they were talking about the verbiage and wordier, and it's definitely different with the play calls, but there's certain keys or words that kind of just tell you where to go and how to execute. So I think that, when I say that, it's just knowing what to do, how to do, and doing it all the time, essentially.
We're starting to see some young guys step up in the offense. Carter Shaw is one of them. What have you thought of him? And, obviously most people know his dad was a pretty famous coach. Does he seem like a coach's son? Is he like a cerebral player? What do you think about him?
Yeah, most definitely. Carter's great. Obviously on that play he had, I think it was like a jet sweep. Made that one cut, and I told him on the sideline, I was like, if I tried to make that cut, my knees would be one way and my body would be the other direction, right? He's super twitchy, great kid, really well spoken, and kind of just puts his head down and work. And obviously his dad being a former great coach, and now I think he's in the NFL doing analyst stuff. But I mean, he works hard, he puts his head down, and he just wants to be great every day.
From a pass blocking standpoint, how much more, I guess, a collective effort does there need to be to, kind of improve that area and protect Ethan a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, there's always room for improvement. And going back earlier with the offensive potential, I think, once we tap into all of that, I think it'll be great, and tight ends are also involved in the pass protection. So it's something that we need to take pride in. And yeah, like it all starts in the trenches. So we need to protect him, and he's our guy, and we'll get him going forward.
Can you walk us through the touchdown?
Yeah, so
what was the look? Did you know, was that on the menu coming into the game? Did you guys feel like that was something?
Yeah, we had practiced it a few times earlier in the week, and kind of getting into that red zone area. We knew it was one of our first calls, and it it's kind of all so surreal, kind of blackout, right? You just do what you practice, and saw the guys kind of buzz and slipped right up that seam and caught the ball and just kind of dove into the end zone and just looking for guys to celebrate. And like I said, it was surreal to score the first one. Something you kind of dream of when you're a little kid and stuff you work for when you get to college. So no, it was awesome, and that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't with great protection from up front and with all the other 10 guys that are on the field. So no, it was great.
Now that you've had the first one, do you have some touchdown celebrations that you've got kind of?
Yeah, I was getting kind of grilled in the locker room with my celebration. I didn't really do much or pull out a sweet dance like Rico did, but I just kind of want to look for other guys to celebrate with, and in that moment, it's bigger than me. Like I had mentioned, it's 10 other guys on that field making it go. So wanted to give the boys in the trenches some love, and Josh Carlin, I think, was the first guy that came up to me, so maybe I'll pull out a little bit of a more choreographed dance if and when that time comes, when I reach the end zone again. But I just want to celebrate with my teammates and keep building on that great
Act
drive.
like you've been there.
Yeah, act like you've been there. Yeah, exactly. So
What's your game day routine for an 8 p.m. kick?
8 p.m. kick. We had our late practice last night, and something you kind of just adjust to. For me, I am like a superstitious guy, so I'll kind of do like the same routine, a little hot tub, foam roll, but I don't think it changes too much. You just shift everything back a few hours, and you just get ready, put your cleats on, put your helmet on, and go play. So I don't think it's a big of a change, but you just got to be ready to play.
You guys probably get to watch a lot of college football in the hotel during the day before the game.
Yeah.
Does that get you pumped up?
Yeah, no, most definitely. College game day is one of my favorites, so be able to watch that. I think we all enjoy that show, and just be able to watch the games in front, keep watching tape, going through your notes, reviewing your game plan, and just being ready for when your number's called and be keyed into those moments.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.